Hi, everyone. Can everyone hear me? Press yes if you can hear me. Okay, there's a little bit of a lag. Okay, let me just do a little Planet 9. Dang, I just thought about a previous video you did and you popped up in my notifications. Wow, Osiris, I'm elated to see this video. Rainbow, you have been instrumental in keeping me and my wife alive and grounded in truth. Can you please give us an update on Executive Order 13818? Snowflake, don't you see what's going on? It's all coming out. And that's what I wanted to talk about today. Okay. E. Carter, welcome. Avion, welcome. Okay. So there are 3 links. Some can come from Facebook, some can come from my old YouTube video, and some are going to come from Odyssey. Okay, let me just, I'm going to get started in a minute. Okay, Cupid, welcome. Regina, welcome. Okay, let me just organize really quickly here. Real Stella, welcome. I'm just organizing myself here so I can see some of the streams. Okay, Mapula, Ramonoana, welcome. Woke, welcome. Okay. Just give me 1 minute. Tonight, I want you guys, Isaac, welcome. I want you guys to do some thinking. Azania, welcome. I want everyone to do some thinking tonight, okay? I am not here to help you make decisions. I'm only here to help you think. I am not here to help you make decisions. I'm only here to help you think. That's it. That's it. To think. And why is thinking important? Thinking is important because it allows you to use the full capacity of your brain. And when you strive to use more of your brain, others are not going to understand you. Does everyone understand what I'm saying about thought and thinking? Does everyone understand what I'm trying to say? Let me know if you get it. There's a bit of a lag, but let me know if you get it. Okay. So what I'm trying to do today is to help you to see things from a different perspective. Kenitha, welcome. And to get you to think. Today we're going to look at clusters, neighborhood clusters. And I began thinking, guys, what if, let me start over this way. 20 years ago, how many here remember 20 years ago? How many here remember 20 years ago? 20 years ago, do you remember that you could leave your front door open? Tony H., welcome. You could leave your front door open. no one was going to come into your house. Maybe a neighbor to say hi. 20 years ago, if you had children, your children could play outside. No one was going to snatch them. Does anyone remember this? Am I the only person who remember this? I'm not saying families were perfect, but I am saying that the communities, there were silent laws in the communities about community behavior, right? Okay, so 20 years ago, we were human, right? We were human 20 years ago. And when we lived together as humans, people were able, 20 years ago, to leave their doors open, and no one was going to break into their house and rob them. Their kids could play outside until all the way till late 10, 11 o'clock. No one was going to snatch their kids. Azania said in South Africa, we used to sleep outside. Zulu Warrior says it's been really hard to find any of your links. Guys, I've been here. My website is the same place. Okay. People had morals back then. Things change. We looked out for each other. And me's welcome. Zulu, welcome. Yeah, 20 years ago. No one was going to come snatch your kids. Right? We were human then. Okay. So what happened between 20 years ago and today? Why is it today you can't leave your house open and you sure as hell can't leave your kids outside? Are we less human? Here's my question. Are we less human today? Or, hey, Anmeads, it was like that in Guyana. It was like that all over. Avion Pier. Let's see. You were in Laventille in Trinidad. I was born in Laventille. Right? Yes. So how is it, whether you were rich, whether you were poor, there were certain rules. We were human then, right? Okay. So here's my question. What happened? Yes, you can go to your friends' homes. No one was hungry. We slept on the porch. The reason is MK Ultra. You're getting somewhere. Remember, tonight is about thinking. Remember, tonight is not about right or wrong. Tonight is merely, I just want you guys to think. Aha! Cupid. Cupid, Cupid, Cupid. Osiris. Okay, remember I said I want you. Okay, you guys are beginning to think. What is the difference between society 20 years ago, 30 years ago, 40 years ago, and society now? You see, people are going to look at the people and say, they're going to look at the people and they're going to say, people became more evil. And they're going to leave it at that and never think. Remember, I am not here to tell you what to think, but I am here to tell you to think. I am not here to make your decisions for you. I am merely here to help you make a decision. Now let's get into it. I began thinking, and I want to tell you guys this. I want to tell you guys, and I hope my words don't fall on deaf ears, and we're going to get started. Guys, the most important thing in life, trust me when I tell you this, it's not money. Okay? The most important thing in life is peace of mind, sanity, and the freedom to think. Did you hear what I just said? Peace of mind, sanity, and the freedom to think. Let me say that again. Peace of mind, sanity, and the freedom to think. If, for any reason, You are losing your peace of mind. Get it? Because peace of mind is priceless. If for any reason you're losing your sanity, do whatever you can to reclaim it. And if anyone threatens your ability for you to freely think, run from them. They are worse. Anyone who is prohibiting you from the freedom of thought, the true freedom on this planet for a human is not money. It is not wealth. It is sanity. It is the wellness of your body. It is peace of mind. And it is freedom to think. Never forget this. And the battles raging on this earth right now is over who can control your body, your mind, and ultimately what you think. Understand? Let's get into it. Without further ado, let's get into it. Okay? Hold on 1 second here. Just give me 1 second here. I just need to do something really quickly. Okay? I want you guys to really think about that. I want you guys to really meditate on that. Okay? Really, really, really think and meditate on that. Hold on. And let that help you to make a decision. Just give me 1 second here. There are those on this planet that don't want humanity to have freedom of thought. There are those on this planet that don't want humanity to have freedom of thought. And once you understand that is the name of the game, you will understand the nature of this battle. Are you understanding? Is that making sense? Okay. I'm trying to log into this thing. Hold on. Hold on 1 second, guys. I'm just trying to do something really quickly here. Just give me 1 second here. Let me just do this really quickly. Just give me 1 second. I'm getting started. I haven't used these platforms in so long. I forgot how to use them. Really. Okay, I think I'll just scrap this for now. Hold on. Just give me 1 second, okay? Just be patient with me. Okay, I don't know where the hell this damn thing is. Da, da, dee, 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 dee. Okay, I don't know where this thing is. Anyway, I was trying to see if I can whatever. I don't even know where this thing is. Hold on. Just give me 1 second here. Hold on. I'm right here. Just give me a second. All righty. Okay. Just give me 1 second here. I'm right here. We're going to get started. Okay. And we're about to get started. I just needed to, I wanted to just track this thing. Hold on. Okay. All right, cool. For some reason, I can't see the, I'm trying to see the comments. Anywho, I haven't used these things in so long, I forgot how to use them. Oh my God. That's what's taking place. I haven't used them in so long, and I just totally forgot how to use them. And I'm trying to track the comments while I do screen share, but it's going to have to be like this. Okay, let's get started. Okay. Okay. Boop. Okay. All right. Let me know if you can see my screen so we can get this show on the road. All right, guys. So, 1 second. Hold on. What you're looking at on the screen, I began to realize that people who are allegedly going crazy, people who are acting violent, people who are committing crimes, I began to think, and it dawned on me, hold on, what's the difference between 20 years ago, right, and today? Are people less human today than they were 20 years ago? Or is there something that's causing this, or something that might be causing this? Is anyone in the building? So I did some research, and I decided to go look at the cities with the highest crime rates. Okay? And lo and behold, when I looked at those crime rates, I said, when I looked at those cities and the crime rates in those cities, I said, I wonder if I can do a parallel search of the antennas and towers in those areas. So I began with the most violent cities in America. And what you're watching on the screen, and then I went to some cities or towns or suburban areas, and I began to look in those suburban areas for tower and antenna cluster. The first one you're looking at, one second. The first cluster you're looking at is in or near Oakland, California. In that area are towers and antennas. Do you see anything peculiar? I think I'm going to switch it to this one. Let's switch it to this one. Do you see anything peculiar in the red cluster? Let me put it up again. That red cluster is a 3-mile radius of towers and antennas, 165 towers, 1,555 antennas. Do you want to know where that is? That's in Emory and Oakland, California. Is that beginning to make sense? Let me repeat where it is. Emory and Oakland, California. Remember what I did? I looked at the most violent cities in the United States, and I did a parallel search of the amount of antennas and towers in those cities. Do you want to know something else that's staggering? And I'm not political, and I'm not inferring anything. I just thought that it was interesting. Okay? The cities with the most violent crime were predominantly, I'm not saying they all are. No, they're not. That's another lie. But they were predominantly a specific political party. Let's continue to the other one. This one is San Francisco. Let me zoom out. Now, I want you to pay attention to something. This is Oakland. Oakland is the screenshot you looked at before. This cluster is San Francisco. This is the 3-mile radius of towers and antennas in San Francisco. But look at this. San Francisco in a 3-mile radius has 356 towers, 4,603 antennas. But look at where the majority of the clusters are. They're towards the side where Oakland is. Let's go back to the first picture. This is Oakland, one of the most allegedly violent places in the United States. Let's move ahead to the next 3-mile radius. This is Oakland to your right. This is San Francisco to your left. Look at where the majority of the red dots are. And look at where Oakland is. So San Francisco has 356 towers, 4,603 antennae. Does this raise eyebrows? Does this raise eyebrows? Okay, we don't know the effects of microwave radiation and how it affects the molecular structure of different groups of people. But all I'm saying is if we're looking at the cluster of antennas and towers of cities allegedly with the most violent crime. And we're asking ourselves, and we're pairing the cities with the most violent crime, and we're pairing that with the tower and the antennae clusters in those cities. And we're asking ourselves a question. What do you think the question is that we're asking ourselves? What do you think the question could be? And I'm not saying this is only happening to one group of people. It's not just happening to one group of people. Okay? But I'm asking the question, when you look at human behavior 50 years ago, 40 years ago, 30 years ago, 20 years ago, compared to today, I am not saying it's only happening to Black people. What I'm saying is this, is something altering human behavior? And if so, what can that factor be? What was not around en masse 50 years ago? What was not around a lot 40 years ago, 30 years ago, 20 years ago, but just started popping up? Marla, thank you. Omnicide, thank you. Is this intentional? We are here. Chanelly, great question. And that is why we're here to think. Don't think this is a color issue, because microwaves don't give a damn what skin color you are. However, these scientists may know that the effects of microwave weapons and behavioral changes it may affect people differently, right? They may know this, we just don't know. But look at these clusters. And I paired these clusters. Osiris, you got it. I paired these clusters with the most violent cities in America. Let's continue. Next city. This one is Atlanta, Georgia. Okay. Atlanta, Georgia, 409 towers, 2,153 antennas. Does this look like a conspiracy to you? Insightful? I have to ask this question. Oh, Osiris, wait till you see that one. Osiris, when I show you that one, okay, wait till you see that one. VOR and go. Oh, it would have been good to pair that one. But I did a list of what they said was the most violent cities and then compared it with an antenna and a tower search. And this is what I kept coming up with. That's Atlanta, Georgia. Right? All right. This one is, okay, Atlanta, Georgia. Hold on. Remember, we're just here to think. Okay? This one here is Birmingham, Alabama. Notice something different? Let me zoom out so you can see. What's different about Birmingham, Alabama? 3-mile radius. What's different between Birmingham, Alabama and the other 3-mile cluster, the 3-mile radius I showed you of towers and antennae? Not too many. Oh, Ronald. Oh. Towers of Babylon. Rainbow, I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised. It's spaced out. Ironically, from what I remember, Birmingham, Alabama, hold on, it wasn't on one of the top lists for crime. I hope I got that right. Hold on. I hope I remember that right. Oh, I take that back. I take that back. No, I was wrong. Birmingham, Alabama has 112% higher than national average. And it's one of the most dangerous cities in the United States. I was wrong. It was one of the most violent because this is still the list of the violent ones. Oops. Hold on. Show. Oh, okay. Birmingham, Alabama has within, hold on, 93 towers, 137 antennae within a 3-mile radius. And it is one of the most violent cities in terms of aggravated assaults. Okay? It's not as clustered as, remember, you don't just look at the cluster. We don't know what kind of frequencies are being pulsated. Okay? School, just food for thought. Food for thought. Now, this is Potomac, Maryland. Potomac, Maryland. I should have written out my list. Okay. Let me just zoom this out so you can see. Okay. Potomac, Maryland has 27 towers, 69 antennae. Look at this. Okay. Potomac, Maryland. You know what's curious about this? This cluster? What's curious about this cluster, people? No, Blake, it isn't a race issue. Thank you, Stella. Nope, it's not. When it comes to these weapons, it's not a race issue. Aha, Rainbow, you said it. Density of towers. It's not a lot. Blake, it's called antenna search. The problem is it's localized to the United States. Let me write it down, what the name. Oh, my screen just froze. Okay, hold on. The problem is it's localized to the United States. Okay? All right, you ready for this? Potomac, Maryland, with the itty-bitty towers and the itty-bitty antennae, is one of the safest places to live in the United States. Ain't that something? You're welcome, Blake. Ain't that something? Ain't that something? Okay, so the cluster, the circle that you're seeing, and within the circle, there's a cluster, 3-mile radius, right? The red dots in the circle, I just call it a cluster, and then a cluster within a cluster. This information is for people to know where towers and antennas are and who controls those towers and those, well, who's licensing the towers and the antenna. Let me show you. So you do a search, right? You can't see it here, but to your left, it tells you the tower owner or the antenna owner, and it tells you the distance. Down here on your left. Okay? Hold on. Okay? Sorry. But if you go to antennasearch.com, but it's localized to the United States. Oh, Jay, hold your horses. We're not done yet. I'm going to show you something that's going to blow your mind. But watch this. But you have a point. Let's go to the next one. This one, Jay, will blow your mind. You ready for this? This, my friends, is a 3-mile radius in Manhattan. Look at this nightmare. 788 towers. 10,511 antennae, with the cluster of towers and antennae being where the rich, wealthy people are. We wonder why the rich and the wealthy are crazy. This is why. Could this be why they are insane? This is the cluster. You see that right here in the center of the screen? That's what I call a cluster within a cluster. That's a density of towers. And if you know New York, this is where your so-called, I don't call them elite, but this is where the ruling class live. Look at this shit. And we are surprised that these psychos want to kill 80% of the people on earth. They're being influenced by this crazy ass technology worse than us. Yep. Did you see that? No, Babylon, my dear, is 768 towers, 10,511 antennae. Let me write that down. 768 towers and 10,511. Okay, I misspelled Babylon, but we'll get over it. Oh my God, 197 towers and 1,330. Yup. Yes, Blake. Yep, clear this screen. Yeah, this yellow screen, I don't know what foolishness this is. I don't even know what foolishness this thing is. Let me put this back up. Okay, oh, hold on. Let me 1 second. Let me switch this to this. Okay, hold on. Okay, all right. I just cleared the screen here. Okay. All right, hold on. Let's put this back up here. Okay. I got to kind of share the screen so I can see the comments because this is New York. Now do you understand why the ruling class is insane? Worst of all, remember, those who rule over us have technology in them. Oh, let me say that again. Don't forget that what I'm showing you on the screen is where the UN is. What I'm showing you on the screen is where the bankers are. What I'm showing you on the screen, or close, what I'm showing you on the screen is where the international news conglomerates are. What I'm showing you on the screen is where the billionaires are, the policy makers are. Okay? Those who meet every year in New York to come up with ways to ruin our lives, they meet in New York. And where that red cluster is, that's where they meet. But not only that, they are the ones pushing transhumanism because they have this technology in them. You wonder why these people are crazy? This is why. Jay, you got it. They have been graphinated, oxidated, and transhumanized. Nope, Evian, their thoughts cannot be their own. Their thoughts, if they have this technology in them, they're not thinking for themselves. Look at this cluster. Let me make it bigger for you guys to really see this cluster, the density of this madness. Look at this. But focus at the cluster in the middle. That's where the ruling class is. This part. That's where the ruling class, this is why they're insane. That is where the wealthy of the wealthy who hate us humans, that's where the majority of them live. That is where the majority of them meet. The UN is right in this deadly cluster. Right there. And don't forget, these are the people who's pushing transhumanism because they're all cybernated. Okay. This one is Redford, I think Michigan. Let me just look this up. Redford, Michigan. I should have made a list of these. Food for thought. Food for thought. Okay. Redford, Michigan is 59 towers, 177 antennae. Walkinshaw. I keep calling you Watkinson. I am so sorry. Walkinshaw. Thank you. You understand what time of day it is. You understand what planet we're on. You understand what planet we're on. If I repeat it, the last time I said that, I'm not going to say what happened on ScrewTube. Okay? Yes, it escaped, but I can't say it because I said that the last time on my other ScrewTube video channel, and the two-letter alphabet, the two-letter creature that escaped. Okay. It is. Blake, it is. And it escaped. Okay. And it has, anyway, it's a mess. Yes, E. Carter. The first letter of the alphabet and the 9th letter of the alphabet, it escaped. So Redford, Michigan, but you got to remember something, guys. You got to remember something. Quantum Health Tech ID and kills it. Okay, you got to go more into that. Right? Redford, Michigan has 59 towers and 177 antennae. Okay? Now, Redford's crime rate is 86% of the state's cities and towns. Oh, you're really going there, Osiris. Yep. Yep. I believe they are one of the ones who are behind this mess. The VRIL. Yep. Now, even though they don't have a dense cluster, okay, this is Michigan, Redford, Michigan, they have a very high crime rate, right? They have a very high crime rate. But why? Remember, this is not a major, it's not a big city like New York, okay? So it's not a big city for industry and stuff like that. We have to factor in, what are they beaming? Oh, by the way, when I looked up Redford, okay, Detroit, the towers pulled up, Detroit, And ironically enough, this is one of the most violent. Detroit, I don't think it was too far from here. Dearborn, Michigan. Hold on. Yeah, Dearborn, Michigan. And I think I typed in Detroit. No, I typed in Redford, Michigan. But some of the towers and antennas came up for Detroit. Okay. So, guys, don't just say, okay, it's not a lot of towers and it's not a lot of antenna. The question is, what is being emitted from the towers and what is being emitted from the antennae? Aha, hive mind. You got it. Are you guys following? You guys following? Okay, this one is, Detroit, Michigan. Because I knew I pulled up Detroit somewhere. Another violent city. Okay, now let's look at the cluster. You guys see that? Do you guys see that cluster? That's Detroit. That's Detroit. Look at that cluster and then compare it to the violence. Detroit, extremely violent city in terms of crime in the United States. Is there a link here? Is there a correlation here? Is there a correlation? Can we deduce something? Can we conclude something? Azania, good night. Thank you. Avion, we just might have to. Cupid, I like that. Oh, we're coming to Chicago. Oh, we're coming to Chicago. This one is another very violent city, Saginaw, Michigan. 95 towers, 315 antennae. Can we deduce there is a correlation here? I'm gonna show you something that's gonna make you sit up and go, there might be something to this. Blake, I agree with that too. The only thing, Blake, I disagree with you on, I think it has taken them over. The cuckoo beams, I call them the cuckoo beams, cuckoo towers, and cuckoo antennae. And I believe this is what's driving people. This is what's creating criminal behavior. It's agitating and irritating people. I believe this is what's making people violent. And I believe this is what is making people unable to have a conversation with people without going off on the deep end. Right? Let's do some more. This one is Memphis, Tennessee. where people are incapable of having a conversation with someone. People no longer act like humans. I'm going to show you something. People are constantly angry, agitated, short-tempered, don't smile. Yes, Blake, you understand what I'm trying to show you. And I believe, can I tell you something crazy? Can I tell you something crazy, Blake? And Cupid, I'm going to add to what you just said. The majority of these towers, I want everyone to guess. There are two main political parties in the United States. The majority of the clusters are in which political parties' cities? Which political party do you think have the most dense clusters of the cuckoo towers and cuckoo antennae? Oh! Oh! Zulu, you got it. Which political party? Yes, 60 hertz. Yep. Oh, Regina, try again. Uh-huh. It's the one that starts with a D. The one that starts with a D have the densest clusters of cuckoo towers, cuckoo antennae, and cuckoo waves. Don't go anywhere near that thing, brother. Blake, you got it. I wouldn't go anywhere near that thing. Did anyone hear what I just said? The party that starts with a D, if you go through city after city after city, no, I don't do politics. I was just comparing. And you compare D-run cities and the clusters and R-run cities and the cluster. Okay? The D-run cities have the most cuckoo beams, the most cuckoo antennae, and the most cuckoo towers. So what do you think that would make people from those cities? If the D, their cities have the most cuckoo beams, cuckoo towers, and cuckoo antennae, what do you think would happen to the majority? Aha, a demonic cluster effect. I'm just telling you. And I find it ironic that the population density with the cuckoo beams and the cuckoo towers and the violent cities, okay, you guys are thinking, we're just here to think. We're just here to think, okay, we're in Memphis, Tennessee. Look at this. Okay, hold on. Let me just get you the numbers. Memphis, Tennessee, 1,022 towers, 303 antennae. Look at this. Look at this mess. One of the most violent cities in the United States. They are making people cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. One more time, Queen. One more time. They live. That is what's making people batshit crazy. People were not this crazy. It is the cuckoo beams, the cuckoo towers, and the cuckoo antennae. This is Memphis, Tennessee, one of the most violent cities in the United States. Can anyone tell me what you think might be making them violent? Look at the screen. Cupid, you got it. You got it. You got it. Cuckoo beams. Memphis, Tennessee, one of the most violent cities in the United States. Look on the screen. Can anyone tell me what could possibly be making this city violent? Mala, thank you. I gotta repeat that. The Walking Dead is every brained, I like to call them zombies. The walking zombies is every brain dead zombie walking around incapable of thinking for themselves. Humans, I am begging you, while you still have the freedom to think, you must use it. Because the cuckoo leaders, that the first letter of the alphabet and the ninth letter of the alphabet, let me type it. The first letter of the alphabet and the ninth letter of the alphabet that has taken over the rulers of earth. It does not want you to think. So while you can still think, you have to think. That is Memphis, Tennessee. This shit is scary, people. This is scary, people. This is scary. This is scary, people. Let's continue. All right. Another violent city in the United States. This is 155 towers, 1,527 cuckoo antennae. And this is Monroe, Los Angeles. Cuckoo towers and cuckoo antennae. Look at this shit. Yes, Marla. Yes, Blake. Are you seeing this? Are you seeing this? Look at this. Are you ready for this? They want to put up more. Let me ask you a question. Do you think, and we're just here thinking, we're just here thinking. We're just here thinking while we still can. We're just here thinking, right? If these towers and antennae emit a frequency, let me ask you a question. Do we have do we the regular humans, okay, do we have any say in the frequencies these cuckoo antennae and the cuckoo towers emit? Do they come to us, regular folks, and ask us, hey, what would you like emitted in the cuckoo towers? What kind of cuckoo beams would you like coming off of the cuckoo towers and the cuckoo antennae? Do we have any say? Okay. All right. Here's another question. Do we even know? Do we even know? Because they tell us. They say, okay, the frequency is this. They just tell us the frequency. But can we test? Can we actually test? Hey, what's this frequency coming off? What are the cuckoo beams coming off of the cuckoo towers and the cuckoo antennae? Do we have any say in what's emitted from these antennae? Can anyone answer that question? Do we have any say in the cuckoo beams coming off the towers and antennae? Do they ask us our opinion if we want the cuckoo antennae and the cuckoo towers and the cuckoo beams in our neighborhood? Does anyone ask us? Can we say, hey, hold on, we have too many cuckoo towers in our neighborhood? Can we say, hey, why is the cuckoo tower or the cuckoo antenna facing my house? I don't want the cuckoo tower facing my house. Can we tell them, hey, can the cuckoo tower face another direction? Can the cuckoo beams be blasted somewhere else? Precisely. Do you guys see that? Do you see that? If we say no cuckoo beams in our neighborhood, no cuckoo towers in our neighborhood, no cuckoo antennae in our neighborhood, we get called cuckoo. Is anybody in the building? Is anybody in the building? Oh, I was Cupid. I was coming to that next. So let's do something here. These are just the towers and antennae. This is minus the smart meters. So watch this. The government is in the building, is in the business. Apparently, the government has a new business. Baking turkeys every day. Huh? So the government decides, let's put a smart meter at the bottom of their house. And let's put a 5G tower at the top of their house. So when we're not baking them at the bottom of their house, we are roasting them at the top of their house. The government is in the business of baking turkeys. Anybody in the house? I said, is anybody in the house? Blake, you got it. Blake, you got it. You got it. The government is in the business of baking its citizens. They've become a baker. They honey glaze the turkey from the smart meters at the bottom of your house. And they pan-sear the turkey with the 5G antenna at the top of your house. Why is the government busy trying to cook humans? Is anybody in the building? Is anybody in the building? There's something going on, people. But yet, when people complain, all right, I want to blow up the screen for this one. This, my dear, is one of the most dangerous places in the United States. 266 towers, 6. 919 antennae. Flip the 2 9s upside down and you get 6. You guys catch that? Chicago, one of the most violent places, and this is one of the most violent places in Chicago. I went to go look up. So the towers are 266, and the antennae is 919. You flip the 9 upside down, you get 6. I just find that rather peculiar, but that's just me. Chicago. Look at this. Nothing to see here, folks. I said nothing to see here, folks. Let me ask you a question. I find it ironic that the majority of the violent cities, they lean left. And when you parallel the violent cities and their political ideology, and then you parallel that with towers and antennae, there's a dense cluster of tower and antennae in these cities. Let me ask you a question. Do you think that a deal was struck? We're just thinking here. We're just thinking. We're just thinking. We're just thinking. Donovan, welcome. We're here thinking. Is there something going on between politics and these towers? I'm just thinking. We're just thinking. We're not drawing any conclusions. We're just here to think while we can. Is anybody in the building? Oh, they want souls. You got it. Yep. 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 Let me ask you a question. Marla, that's a good one. We're just thinking here. Do you think that the cities where they're the most violent crime, for some strange reason, they happen to be left-leaning, and I'm not a left-right, I don't play any of that. I don't. But I find it peculiar that the cities that have the most violent crime lean in a certain direction, but at the same time, they have the most cuckoo towers, cuckoo beams, and cuckoo antennae. Is there a correlation? Anna, you're right. But you got to make sure there's no nanotech in your body. Are you following, guys? This is the most violent place in Illinois. Look at your screen. Could this be what is making people? Could it be cuckoo beams? Is anybody in my roof? Could it be cuckoo waves? And could it be a political party trying to control their citizens? I'm just asking a question. Marla, I agree. Osiris, you got it. Could this be what is causing violence in these cities? Because I find it crazy that the most violent cities have the most cuckoo towers, cuckoo beams, and cuckoo antennae. And ironically, they happen to lean politically, for now, anyway. Just a thought. Just a thought. Okay, this is St. Louis, Illinois. Okay? But I want to show you something. There's one I want to show you. Hold on. Yeah, they got me, Jay. They chipped me. Okay, I showed you Chicago. I want to show you something. All right. Another extremely Avion, that's the point I was trying to make. Avion, this is Philadelphia. And I looked at the most violent places in Philadelphia. Okay? This is the 3-mile radius. This is the cluster in Philadelphia. Now, I'm about to hit you with some food for thought, right? Ready for this? A lot of the food, especially if you eat processed food, you ready for this, guys? Press yes when you're ready to hear what I'm about to say. Press yes. 4 times in 2 years? Oh my God. Jay, I wouldn't, yeah. That's all I gotta say. Press yes if you're ready. All right. Because I need your attention for this. So they took most people off of fresh food, right? And then steered them towards packaged food. It's coming out now. Watch this. Are you ready for this? That the packaged foods don't just have artificial coloring and artificial flavors, but metals. Metals, right? Okay. If the people are eating food with more metals in it because we're being cuckoo dusted from the cuckoo trails, formerly known as chemtrails. So we're being cuckoo dusted from cuckoo trails. Okay. The people are consuming more metal particulates. Let me ask you a question. If people aren't detoxing the metals out or chelating the metals out, right? And you live in an area that is densely clustered with cuckoo beams, cuckoo towers, and cuckoo antennae, what do you think will happen to that person's behavior? Think about this, especially, you get cooked. Okay, here's another one. Notice the shift in human behavior. People today are incapable of having a conversation and disagreeing with people and moving on. They're more agitated and irritated. Can anyone tell me why? Why do you think? Why do you think that is? Do you think it has anything to do with the cuckoo towers and the cuckoo beams? Okay. Tislav Gorbunova. I don't know what VORNGO is. You see what I'm saying? All right. We are becoming magnetized. Altered brain chemistry. Okay, drill it down. Behavior modification. If the people's bodies are filled with metals and these towers are going up everywhere and they're putting out cuckoo waves, cuckoo beams, cuckoo frequencies, cuckoo waves everywhere. Don't you think it's altering people's behavior? Altering the way they think? Why all of a sudden there's an explosion of violence against babies and children? You following? Jay, thank you. Why is it that people act like a hive and can't think? And if you make the mistake of thinking for yourself, all of a sudden the zombies wake up and look at you like you're crazy. Yes. Fluoridated water, glyphosated soil, cuckoo trails from the chemtrails. Okay? Parasites in the food. I mean, guys, come on. Come on. Come on. All right? So, let me just close this out. Okay. So, guys, if anyone, I wanted to do that. Well, it's an hour and 20 minutes. I wanted you guys to think about that. I'm not telling you what to think. Cuckoo media and cuckoo social media. All a person wants is the truth, and they get pulled in every which direction. I don't want to tell you what to think, but I want to tell you to think. Senna is the best thing. Senna pods and Senna powder is even stronger. Once a month for like 4 months every year. But I want to tell you guys something. Okay? Crime may not be what you think it is. And I'm not making excuses for people who commit crime. I am not making excuses for anyone's behavior. What I am saying is this. People's behavior is being modified. Yes. Cupid, we got to talk more about that. Please, I really want to know about that. Email me. This is my email. Email me. Okay? People's behaviors are being modified. People are becoming irritated, irritable. People are becoming agitated. People are short-tempered. Okay? And they're being altered. And I think, and I wonder, are they making and altering the behavior of people using the cuckoo waves to bring in their biosurveillance state, where you need protection even to leave your house? Okay? So guys, thank you for joining me. Yes, Marla. Yeah, that's where I'm going with this. They're being manipulated. That's where I'm going with this. There was an article about 10 years ago. There was a mass amount of suicides in a town in Pennsylvania, small town in Pennsylvania. And the people in the town in Pennsylvania kept saying, ever since they put up those damn towers, listen carefully to who, ever since they put up those towers, this was about 10 years ago, the young teenagers started committing suicide in droves. In droves. Okay? You'll never be able to find that article anymore because the internet has changed. So guys, I'm not telling you what to think, but I am telling you to think. All right, guys? So guys, thank you. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day. and I will see you again. Have a good one.